Welcome to Coding Cat. Today we're looking at a question that almost everyone gets wrong. How does an AI actually know things? Most of us picture AI as a super smart sponge. We imagine it's constantly surfing the live web, absorbing every new article, and getting a little bit smarter with every conversation we have. But the reality is quite different. The AI isn't browsing the web, and it has a kind of total amnesia. The second it finishes a sentence, it essentially forgets that your conversation ever happened. When we treat the AI like it has a persistent memory of our work, we often end up with answers that feel repetitive, disconnected, or just plain wrong. To fix that, we have to look at how these models are built. Think of the AI as a student who read trillions of documents to learn the underlying patterns of human language. Once that initial training is done, the model's brain is frozen. It stops learning new things. From an architectural standpoint, it becomes a sealed vault. Inside that vault, the AI is cut off. It can't check today's news, it can't see your private files, and it doesn't remember what you told it yesterday. This creates a problem. If the AI is trapped in a frozen vault, how is it able to analyze the custom Python code or the specific email you just pasted into the chat? We have to look at the physical mechanism developers use to pass that information inside to the AI. Imagine that sitting right in the middle of that massive storage vault is a single, small desk. This desk is what we call the context window. It is the AI's active workspace, the only place where it can see new information. This desk handles two jobs at once. It's the landing zone for any data you provide, like a snippet of code, and it's also the thinking space the AI needs to draft its reply back to you. The AI is blind to your data, unless you slide that information under the door and place it directly on this desk. But how do we measure the space on this desk? We use a unit called a token. AI models don't read words like we do. Sentences shatter into puzzle pieces. Cat is one solid block. But long words like unbelievable become multiple distinct blocks. Punctuation gets chopped into independent blocks. Even blank spaces drop heavily onto the stack as physical pieces. Every single one of these pieces requires server power and electricity to process. That means when you use an AI tool, you are literally paying for those blank spaces. If you paste in text that is full of messy, unnecessary formatting, you are crowding the AI's limited thinking space with digital garbage. Before we dive into how to clean up that desk, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments how you're using AI right now. This chart shows how desk sizes compare across different models. While GPT-4o has a capacity of about 128,000 tokens, models like Claude and Gemini offer much larger desks, holding up to 1 million tokens. But a bigger desk doesn't solve everything because of the history tax. To remember what you said 5 minutes ago, the application has to gather up your entire past chat and resend it onto the desk every time you hit enter. As that history grows, it pushes everything else off the edge. If the desk is too crowded with old messages, the AI is left with zero room to think, leading to unhelpful or overly short answers. Even with a massive desk, space management is the only way to ensure the AI can handle complex, multi-step problems. To keep that workspace pristine, there are 3 specific habits you can start today. First, clear the desk. Start a new chat session frequently. This wipes out the history tax and ensures the AI can dedicate its full attention to your next task. Second, strip the clutter. Before you upload a complex file like a Word doc or a PDF, use a converter to turn it into a simplified text format called Markdown. This format removes the hidden structural data and unnecessary white space that confuses the model. Converting your files can reduce your token usage by up to 30%. Third, enforce brevity. You can explicitly tell the AI, give me only the fix, no explanations. This prevents the AI from generating thousands of extra pieces of text that would otherwise eat up your budget and its own thinking room. These strategies change the way you interact with AI, moving you from a passive user to an active manager of the workspace. At its core, AI is a brilliant but frozen library that can only work with what you carefully place on its desk. Respecting the limits of that desk is how you ensure the AI has enough room to process your most difficult requests. Thanks for watching Coding Cat. Subscribe for more deep dives into the mechanics of AI, and we'll see you in the next one.